1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. This is when you realise you're at a proper hood show, yeah. Did any people hear the announcement? Bring me on stage. No one heard shit. I'm going to bring myself on again here for the cameras. Just so you know, we're not filming the whole event, it's filming for showreel, so they will be filming the some parts. So if you're here with someone you're not supposed to be, just let me know now, because I'm not able to be sued for no shit. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, the very first you. Yeah, don't go this side.
Welcome back to the stage. Your host and co-mayor, Quincy.
Make some noise! Alright. So what we do, man, is that sounded shit, but we can edit that and make it sound good. Edit that and sound good, right? So, Rich was talking about being a parent. I know a lot of parents inside there, and everybody knows that obviously I'm a parent, I'm a grandparent, but one thing I realised, I had a conversation with my dad about 2 days ago, right? And I realised this, that we're talking about the experiences of me being a granddad and him being a granddad. And I read, generation-wise, we raise our children different to our parents' generation. And it's little things that it's like I can appreciate the conversation with my dad. And I remember growing up and I watched my dad do certain things. Your dad's a hero, isn't it? Your dad is like the one, the main man. My dad was one of the guys good at everything. Yeah, good at everything, right? Good at gambling, right? My dad was a proper gambler. He would gamble anything. Like my mum would give us pocket money to go to school, and he'd take it to school, and he'd say to us, "I bet you your pocket money that you will not beat me to school." My dad is like one time. I used to get good night stories back in the day. Good night stories from their parents. You get good night stories. That's good, man. No good night stories. You got to check them out. Did you get once upon a time? Go to bed! Once upon a time, sleep! Me and my brothers used to get good night stories, but it used to be a little bit different. Because my dad was a gambler. We didn't get the stories from the school curriculum. We didn't get stories what make us like pass our CSEs. We used to get stories. I used to get stories of the horse racing. My dad's venture with the horse racing. Right? So one day, me and my brothers, it was late at night, we couldn't sleep, and my dad was in the room, and I said, "Dad, I can't sleep, can you tell us a story, please?" And I said, "Oh, okay. Dead on. Tell you a story. So me and brothers, we lay down in the bed, and we said, "Look, once upon a time, there was a horse. And this horse was running at the 340 at Kempton. And this horse was 100 to 1. So I decided all my wages on this, to put on this horse 100 to 1, thinking that if this horse comes in, we can win a whole heap of money, we can be rich, and I can take you and your mother to a nice rich country like Barbados. And we can live happily ever after. But the horse decided to come last. Meaning, I lose all my money. That is why your mother is throwing things towards my head, calling me all nasty names. That is why I'm in the bed next to you. Good night, son. Good night. We raise our children differently, boy. I realised my dad's generation and our generation, like little things we do look different. Like growing up, if we've done something wrong inside the house, like our children, our generation will listen to our children's side of the story. Like, no, don't get me wrong, we might beat shit at them when they finish. But at least our generation gave our children the option of them hang themselves, they tell a story. That was funny, when they tell a story, what happened here? Shut up, man. Our parents' generation, that shit happened, didn't it? All you got back in the day was accused, didn't it? You got accused. And I remember like my dad used to come home from work, right? And me and my brother was sitting there watching Tom and Jerry, minding their own business, and he kicked down the door. You break my statue. in my city, wrong? Not did you, not do you know, not even, I wonder if you break my statue in my city, wrong? And you know, with the older generation, if you take too long to answer, they say some shit to confuse your head, innit? Like, so let me get this straight. So if you didn't break it, or you didn't break it, or you didn't break it, I must have also break it. And I'm standing there thinking to myself, well, if you broke it, what the fuck are you telling me for? Do little things different, man. Like, I watched my grandson, you know what I mean? You got a grandson and you got test the temperature of the waters and that, you got little gadgets and shit. You know, back in the day, our parents, you know what I mean? Our parents' bath is different. They put us in the bath different, innit? There was no. My mum would be in the house, she'd be in the kitchen cooking, my dad would come on. My dad's from that generation, the Windrush generation, a lot of them, Windrush generation done manual work. They used their hands in it. My dad worked in Fords. And his job for 8 hours a day for 25 years was to put screws into a car door. Just do this shit for 28 hours, 25 years. No screwdrivers, just bare hand. You do that for 25 years, after a little while, your hand becomes immune to pain. Yeah? So you come home from work, my mum would say, put the bath on for the children. And my dad would run the bath, put hot water on. You'd be there for about 5 minutes, the bath would be filling up. It's steaming in there! Hot! My dad would test it. Look at me like my brothers, alright, get in. We used to go in the bar, black kids come out mixed race. That's how shit was hot! Alright, this part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have got 2 brand new comedians coming on stage, the gracious guys. Like I said, here on a Monday, I always want to bring forward new comedians and just to give them a chance and obviously do their things and surpass me like most of the other comics have done and most of us out here. But Joey, give them a chance, So, go round the Belgium, put your hands together, make some noise. We can sing Jamal, ladies and gentlemen!
Oh, how we doing, people? We good? Yeah, everyone had a good break? Yeah? What's your name, fella? Solomon. I saw Solomon in the toilets in the break. Impressive. Oh man, it's good to be here, man. Such a diverse crowd. It's good that so many people can come together and enjoy it. White people welcome. You know, no, man, because I like white people. I do, man. Like, I do. No, because I grew up with white people, man. The geezers, you know what I mean? Fucking geezers, you know what I mean? Go down the pub, have a fucking pint, man. And I love them, man. I love them for one reason and one reason only. The way they answer the phone, right? Listen, I'll chill with them. And you know about geezers? They always begin with a D. Their always names are Dave, Dean, Danny, Dale. And I'm chilling. Who? Darren. That can be a black man's name. We know that. And I was chilling with one of my geezer mates the other day. Can you guess what his name was? No, it was James. But anyway. And he gets a phone call. This is why I love geezers, man. This is how he answers the phone. He goes, "What's happening, you slag?" Well, I'm just down the fucking pub, innit? I'll be back in about an hour. All right, then. See you in a bit. Bye, Mum. Bye. I like it, man. No, it's where I live, man. I live in a bit of, I didn't always live there in this area. I used to live in Lewisham. Anyone ever been to Lewisham or is from Lewisham? Yeah, a few people. Yeah, it's always nice to meet other survivors. Lewisham was a bit rough, you know. It's a bit rough. I knew it was a rough area when I was 7 years old. Yeah, there was a drive-by shooting on my road. This is a true story. Drive-by shooting. They tried to kill my next-door neighbour, but luckily he survived. And me and my mum, we saw him the very next day. And when we saw him, my mum went crazy. She was like, "Oh my God, thank goodness you're okay." And then she gave him a big hug. And then she whispered in his ear, "Now maybe you'll stop parking in my fucking face." It's Lewisham, man. It's Lewisham. Yeah, man. It's been me and my mum my whole life. No brothers, no sisters. But I say, no, I've got half brothers and half sisters. But for my mum, I'm the only child. And I always wanted brothers and sisters at the home to play with. But I never had that. So when I got older, I said to my mum, like, "Did you not want to have any more kids?" And my mum was like, "No, not really. I don't like to make the same mistake twice." I mean, so it's just been me and my mum, man. And growing up, my mum was strict. You know, she had to be. My dad wasn't around, so my mum had to play the mum role and the dad role at the same time. And she took it very serious, you know. Not as serious as Caitlyn Jenner, but still very serious, you know. But I'm sure my mum didn't want to be that strict, you know. I'm sure my mum would have loved to have my dad around or been able to say things like, "Wait until your dad gets home." But she couldn't say that. I mean, she said it one time, but we both started laughing, you know. As I got a bit older, right, my mum, she became a lot more relaxed, you know, a bit more liberal, let me do different things, like go to parties, stay out late and date white girls, you know, loads of different things. And I feel like she did that because when she was growing up, she grew up in a strict Nigerian household where her and her two older brothers weren't allowed to have anything, not even choice, right? They weren't even allowed to choose what they wanted to be when they grew up, you know. Her dad was like to her and her two older brothers, "You'll be a doctor, a lawyer, a fraudster." You know? That's what it was like. So when I was growing up, man, who said it's true over there? So when I was growing up, my mum gave me all this choice, which sounds good, but giving someone like me that responsibility isn't a good idea because I chose drug dealer, yeah? And it's true, I was selling weed because I thought it was cool and I'd make a bit of money. And when my mum found out I was selling weed, she got really angry with me. And I said, "Look, Mum, you can get as angry as you like, but I charge everyone this price, you know?" That's the thing, man, with young boys, they do dumb stuff. They do dumb stuff all the time. Who's got young boys or who's got boys in general? Anyone? You've got young boys. What are their ages? 16. So when between the ages of 0 and 10, they did dumb stuff, right? Yeah. See, normally parents don't like to snitch on their kids. You just nodded your head like, yeah. But yeah, they do dumb stuff. Like, for example, I remember one time I was watching cartoons, and for no reason, I just shit myself, yeah? For no reason. I just shit myself. The toilet was right there. I could have easily gone to the toilet, but I said, "Dad, you know what? I'm gonna shit myself." And when my mum saw what I did, she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't be doing it. You're 18 now." That's what I mean, man. Them boys that do dumb stuff, man. I was a dumb-ass kid, man. Did dumb stuff all the time. All the time. I remember one time I was with my cousin Camilla playing the game Knockdown Ginger. Anyone played that game? Yes. Great game, innit? Knockdown Ginger. Sometimes, man, we'd be out there for hours just looking for a ginger person. You know? Great, bro. And this is the type of kid I was. During the game, I picked up a stone and I threw it through a window. The window smashed, and me and my cousin, we ran back inside, didn't say a word to our parents. 2 minutes later, we get a knock at the door, and it's an Indian lady. Now, I'm not racist, but I knew she was Indian because it wasn't windy out, and her head kept going like this. has just thrown a stone through my window. As soon as she said that, my cousin came running out the living room saying, I know who did it, I know who did it. It was Kazeem. Now my auntie who answered the door slapped her in the face and said, you don't snitch on your family. But this is how hard she got hit, guys, yeah? She got hit so hard, she went up from the floor, down the hallway, and around the corner. I've never seen anyone get hit so hard they changed direction. Yeah? As soon as she hit the floor, it went crazy. I was screaming and shouting, my cousin was crying, a man in a suit came out of nowhere and said, have you ever been injured before? And it was me and my family, right, we bring all that story to this day and we laugh, but for some reason my cousin, she can't remember it. But we learned a valuable lesson that day, man. We learned a valuable lesson. We learned that day that snitches get what? No, brain damage. That's the type of kid I got in so much trouble as a kid, man, especially at school. My mum said to me, if you keep getting in trouble at school, then I'm going to send you to a Nigerian school. And that instantly improved my behavior. Because I didn't want to go to school in Peckham, you know? Fuck that, man. Fuck that. That's what it's like being a kid, man. Do dumb stuff, man. But now I'm 25 and I've got to be a man. I've got to do manly things. You know? I don't feel very manly, you know. I don't do man. My friends are men, you know. They drink beer and do DIY. Not me. I gossip and drink cocktails. That's what I do, you know. And as I got older, as a kid, I'd do anything. No fear at all. But as I got older, I've developed all these irrational fears, you know. Did I leave the gas on? Did I lock the car, or did I pull out in time, you know? All these irrational fears. A lot of the guys don't want to laugh because they're with their girls, yeah, it plays on our mind, shit, man. Wait a couple of weeks, man. You'll be alright, man. But after that, you wouldn't know. Lucky. He's finishing strong. Is this your partner? No. You're not together now? What are you like for? You're just passing through together. Right. I know you think guys been together. No, actually, no. You're looking at me. Ask me one more question, big man. I'll fuck you up, bro. My shirt might be pink, but I'll fuck you up, bro. So you're not together. You're sticking with that. Because you got to go home and she's going to go, so we're not together yet. I hope they ain't going to go far. That's what no one's drive, bro. Alright, man, cool. What's your name, fella? Steve. Sorry, fucking. Is it Steve? It's Steve today. Anyway, man, you two beautiful couple. I know you're together. Stop lying. I'm not a liar when I see one, man. I know you're together, man. I can't remember what I was saying, but anyway. Yeah, but that's what it's like, all these irrational fears. But I realised when you're a kid, you do dumb stuff as a boy. But when you're a man, you do weird stuff. Right? Can you relate? Not at all? No? Okay, fair enough. I know you can, Steve. As a man, can you relate, Solomon? As a man, you do weird stuff. Because I'm going to say, I'm going to out all the men in the room, right? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Like, me and the rest of too much porn. I watch too much porn, guys. It's a problem, actually. It's a bit of a... He's shaking his head. He knows, bro. He was shaking his head. Hey, he was shaking his head with his eyes closed, just thinking of his favourite one. Me. I'm gonna finish my set and I'm just gonna go. These guys are gonna beat me up. Me personally, too much porn. It's a problem, really, right? And I had to sit down as a man and figure out why am I watching all this porn? And I realised it's probably because I'm home a lot and I'm bored. It's not really a productive thing to do. I could be doing something more productive, like looking after my kids, you know. But being bored and watching porn, it doesn't go together because it's over in like 10 minutes. It's not going to cure your boredom. I should probably pick something that lasts longer and is a lot more fun to do. Like, I don't know, going out and watching women parallel park. I don't know. Whatever. Listen, a lot of women won't laugh at that joke because they think it's sexist, but it's not, because I didn't say all women can't parallel park. I know a lot of women can parallel park, man, and we call those women lesbians. So, hold on, let me finish. That joke is laughing now, isn't it? It's laughing now. Listen, that joke is not homophobic either, man. I love gay people. Not in a gay way, but I love gay. In fact, I said I've got an older half brother, right? He's gay. He doesn't know I know he's gay, but I know he is, right? And I realised, I found out he was gay because I caught him doing all these gay things. Nothing serious, he just became a vegan. Like, I know. You know I'm great, man. You know I don't know how to okay, cool, let me finish. So, mate, I just wanted to come here really and just tell my story, really, man. Like, to give you a bit of me before I go. And really, what I'm trying to do is just try to tell you what it was like for me being a boy and then growing up and now being a man. And as a young black man, I feel like a lot of our young black boys are lost and they go into different and they go down the wrong route and they find themselves doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and they're capable of so much more, right? They're capable of so much more. Now, I work with these kids on a daily basis. For me, right, what I want to do is I just want to make mum proud. That's what I want to do. I want to make my mum proud. My mum's a hard worker, right? She was a single parent. Yeah, she was working multiple jobs. And whilst doing all of that, she studied really, really hard and became a qualified barrister, which, I tell you the truth, right? She doesn't like me to tell people that because apparently it's pronounced barista. Listen, man, that's my time. You've been a great crowd. Thank you so much.
Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Kazeem, Jamal. Brand new comedians. Right, next comedian come on the stage, get another short set, another brand new comedian to the circuit. Put your hands together, make some noise for the female talent of Muriel, Jamal!
Hi guys, how you guys doing? Good time. I'm gonna move the mic out of the way so just in case I move around and mash up myself, isn't it? Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. I'm really, really excited to be here. I've come all the way from Brixton to see you guys. I too am a survivor of this. I'm a survivor. Okay. I live there with my two flatmates. I rushed to get, I didn't even know what to wear because the weather's getting nicer now, isn't it? Yeah. And that means that you got to pick your wig carefully, isn't it? On my shoulders. Sometimes it's this weighing me down and it's my wig, and when I take it off I'm okay again. You gotta be careful because last week or the week before it was windy and I had to do a very fine selection of which wig to wear because when it gets too windy, if I wear my big afro, it'll be blowing me all the way this way and blowing me that way. And when you go to Peckham, okay, you've got to be careful guys when you go to Peckham. Have you guys ever been to Peckham?
Yeah.
So, like, one time I was going to Peckham and I took my wig off. I said, I'm just going to live my best life. I took all my makeup off. I was feeling good in my natural skin. It's good to do that sometimes, isn't it? To just love your real organic self. So I went down Peckham. I was enjoying my organic self, only to see some people run over to me talking about, get your hair done. Get your hair hair. Do your hair. And it's so aggressive. White people don't do that. They don't go around doing that to each other. They just open up shop and people just come in, isn't it? When you get to Peckham, they're trying to harass you to get your hair done. So I mentioned that I live in Brixton with my 2 flatmates. I don't know if you guys share your homes with other people, but these people, they're nasty. You know, those people. Sometimes you see people coming out their house looking good. Yeah, they look nice, everything, watch everything on point, on fleek. Them people, they ain't even bar properly like that. Okay? What I hate about them the most is that they're not really helping me with the rent, okay? It's annoying. The woman, every day she comes into the kitchen and she's always next to the fridge, about to go in the fridge, about to open the fridge. If I put the rent in the fridge, she wouldn't come in. She's very, very annoying, always about to eat something. She don't even do no shopping. So I don't like her. And the guy, he don't pay rent. He's got the nerve to say good morning to me in the morning. It's rude. It's not necessary to say good morning. Sometimes it's nice to say good morning to people, isn't it? Like, but when you brush your teeth, it's rude. It's rude, and you're a thief because you're stealing the goodness out of the morning. If you could smell what they're about to say before they do it. That's what they're doing to me in my house. Anyway, I live in Lambeth, so the council wrote to us, said they were going to evict us. And then I wrote back to the Lambeth and I said, it's those 2 waste people. And then they wrote back to me and said that how they're my children. Kids, and they're road kids, they're gangster kids. It's very hard to discipline them. They know where I live. So you can't be going on any old tell these people. Like sometimes you look back at how you were brought up, how you were disciplined, okay? My mum used to just do one look. One look. You put down what you were doing, innit? If she had to give you a second look, you already knew you were going to get a beating. So the discipline was very subliminal. Try and do that with your kids now. You're giving them one look and they're giving you a one look. My mum used to do this. You do feel my boom. You do feel my boom. My mum was from the Crip side. She was giving me all them Crip. I knew what she was saying. You do feel my boom. Try that with your kids. You do feel my boom. I'm throwing gangster signs at you. Why are you doing that, Mum? When we live in the same house with the fam. You can't even just take their phone away. You think that taking their phone away would disarm them. Because then they can't be feeling gassed about being on Snapchat and Instagram and all of that stuff. Snatch their phone away and you think you're doing a good thing, don't you? You can't even snatch the phone. You've got to wait for them to sleep. And then you've got to creep into their room, snatch the phone, and in the morning, they'll go, oh, Mum, can't find my phone. Boy, I don't know. I know where my phone is. I don't know, fam. And then you hold on to the phone. You ain't got to hold on to the phone. But after a while, what you'll realise is you're paying for a phone bill and no one's using it. You can't call them and say, hey, put the rice on, I'm on my way home. You can't do that. So then you have to revert back to what your traditional African ways, which is to summon the ancestors down and lay a beating on these people. I'm not advocating violence. I think it's very, very important for every child to feel wanted in their house. If children felt more wanted, yeah, most of us wouldn't feel some of the insecurities that we currently feel. Do you see what I'm saying? Like my mum used to always say to me, okay, But when I beat you, it shows you that I love you. It shows you that and I know my mum cared about me. I was her favourite child. And when you have children, it's important to create a sense of truth and bonds, yeah? Because truth builds bonds. If I can trust you, you can trust me. We've got each other, innit? Don't be lying to them about Father Christmas. Don't do it. Because some of us can't be like giving them all the gifts that all the other kids have got. Be honest, a white man breaking into the flat. You live in Brixton, you ain't even got no chimney. How did he get there? You should be scared. It sounds like a waste man cracking to me. It sounds like I live in Brixton. You can't be getting all white people coming to your house all willy-nilly. It doesn't go like that. You know, my kids were asking me about these things. Like my son asked me about Father Christmas. I told him the truth. I go to work. That's why he got presents. That's it. That's the end of the story. But what about Father Christmas? Not real, okay? Not real. And then my daughter's like, what about the tooth fairy? What about the tooth fairy? Is the tooth fairy real? No, it's not real. That's me, yeah? £1, that's a whole heap of money. Maybe it used to be 5p. It used to be 10p. £1, you should be glad for that. And there's no such thing as a tooth fairy. That's me. And then my son's like, what about Dad? He said, I'm tired of playing this game. I'm tired to explain all the mythical creatures. It's all me. All of it is all me. But relationships are tricky, aren't they? Yes. I see there's a lot of couples in here. Okay, let me hear it if you're single. Yay! Let me hear it if you're not single. Yay! That one, all the single people won, yeah? We feel good about ourselves, innit? My favourite position in the bedroom, okay, my favourite position is by the wall where I can plug my phone in. And who are the best cheaters, men or women? Women. I know that it's us women, we're the best at everything, we are. But I just sometimes think that men are just reckless with what they do. Yeah, they're just reckless, innit? They don't take time to think and to look at what they're doing. I think men are the worst because sometimes they don't even check to see who's coming before they come out, you know? Before they, like even with driving, for example, I'll give it to you subliminally, okay? With driving, men don't check to see who's coming out before they come out. You understand? They just come out and then that's it. Whether you've got yours or not, it doesn't matter. That was a hard one to catch, okay? So you see me right now. You see me right now, yeah? Last year I was messing about with the waste man. Does anybody know what a waste man is? Everybody knows what a waste man is. Okay. Last year I was messing about with the waste man. Okay. And I realised that it don't get you nowhere. Yeah, they're attached to some serious dildos of them kind of waste man for some weird reason. And I just want to do a quick weather map so you guys can see what I've been going through. So what happens is when it's summertime, like right now, all the waste men, they come out of the woodwork. From behind cars, they come out from out the pub, and they look good. I don't know why. And they've got all the charm and everything, okay? So last year I was messing about the waste man, but I said, Lord, I decided to give myself to God. I don't want to mess around with the waste man no more. Give myself to the Most High, isn't it? Sometimes give your whole self to the Most High. So I did that, right? And when I was at church, they said that I shouldn't just be hearers of the word, I should be a doer of the word. Is there any church people in here today? Yeah? Okay. So you don't know about being doers of the word, okay? So then when I went home from church, there was a knock at the door. At first I thought it was Jehovah's Witness, so I ducked in. But then when I did open the door, there was this guy who was standing there with his Bible and his beard was connecting as well. And he said he wanted to speak to me about tongues. Ooh. And he said he'd come in. That's why children, there's some things white people do, some things black people do, okay? Like, for example, when a child goes missing, yeah? When white people's child goes, if there are white people in the house, okay, white people in the house. Yeah. You don't have back me, yeah? So when Chloe goes missing, what do? You run out, you start looking for Chloe. Oh my God, Chloe's gone missing. Chloe! And then you contact the TV centres, you go on TV, Chloe's gone missing, I don't know what she is. I just want you to know that every day you're missing, darling, Mummy's bought a present for you. And when Yemi goes missing, Yemi was a busy and go missing, we're waiting for you anyway. Your food is ready and it's here. When Yemi goes missing, you have to wonder, she got missing, or did she run away? But the one things that they do, is like, they take their kids out, yeah? You're allowed to go out. When I was younger, I wasn't allowed. The word allowed wasn't even a part of the vocabulary. Do you understand? And so, white people take their kids out. What I thought to myself when I had my kids is I'm going to take them out, yeah? Take them outside, the park. So I took them to one of the really good places that you can take them in the UK. It's the place where they steal stuff and they store it somewhere for everybody to go look at. We went to the museum. And what we discovered was, that our white people had been stealing stealing a whole heap of stuff, including seasoning. I didn't know you was taking seasoning. So then, how comes when you make food, you only put a hint of flavour? And sometimes it's just a whisper. A whisper of flavour. When you're hiding all the seasoning, why not dash it in so we can all enjoy it and taste it? Okay, I'm going to leave the white people alone. I'm sure everybody's wondering if I'm single. You lot don't even really know my name, okay? I've got a very, very African-sounding name. When my parents had me, they did a naming ceremony to find a name that screams of Africa. So when they had me, they got all the villagers around, they did a naming ceremony, they lifted me up to find a name that screams of Africa. And it went like this. Ha, Sayenia. And then they called me Muriel. I hope you guys have enjoyed myself.
Muriel and Jamal! Speak that thing. I'm a big fool, man. Tell the rest, sorry, I apologize. Let's tell the right name. Alright, ladies, one more round of applause for Muriel and Jamal! Alright, we're gonna crack on. We've got one more act for tonight to close the show. This guy here, legend in the business, put your hands together. My mate supposed Mr. Rudy Liquid!
Thanks, Quincy, man. Yeah, I like the lighting, man. It's like a get out, isn't it, for fuck's sake? Frightening, man. How we doing, people? Yeah, it's the older generation, isn't it? Looking around the room, it's like we're in God's waiting room. How we doing? Shut up, you lot know we're all there. We reach. When you go parties now, they're pushing the old people, remember? They're pushing them there. And everyone talking about diabetes and someone deal with a Bible, for fuck's sake, like the party ain't gonna last, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, man, when you get old, you know? There are things that get wise as you get older, you know what I mean? You work out them little things like your tongue lasts longer than your dick, little things. Shut up, man, this is big people thing. It's big people thing, you know what I mean? And I like it, man, I prefer it. You know what I mean? Because I was listening to Rich talking about having a bath. The guy said he had a bath, man. You know what I mean? When we were kids, we had the basin. Remember that basin? And the rag. Not a flannel, a rag, you know. You can rub out the dirt. Rub it off. No filming, no filming. Signing on. Got to be a little hustle, man. Shut up, man. It was horrible, man. You know what I mean? My mum used to take out the basin on a Sunday. You know when your uncle and aunt them used to come round? All of them in the front room with that little glass. Remember that little... Yeah. Right next to the paraffin lamp. It was horrible, man. In the basin, washing myself. All my aunts around and going, look at you, Lordy, look at you, Lordy, look at you, tiny. You got tiny, no. All my aunts around me, taking a piece. You keep tiny, Lordy, tiny.
We have come to the end of the night of the show, so give a round of applause. All the acts you see tonight, please, and gentlemen. All the acts first you saw Rich Wilson, Jamal, Muriel. It's really good. We are back here the next bank holiday Monday, which is going to be in May. No, the 22nd, I think, first. Yeah, 2 members in my bag, yeah, so the 20th. The last bank holiday, no, fuck it. The last bank holiday. If you follow me on social media, it'll be up on there, and all the pictures will be on www.quincysthecomedian.co.uk. Yeah, so all the information will be on there. But please stick around if you want to have a drink and take some pictures, we'll do some interviews as well. So please stick around for that. Thank you very much. Get home safe. Good night. And I appreciate your support.